Monkeyboy's YouTube channel stands independently and intersubjectively, the best YouTube channel in the cosmos. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel and Patreon. I'm talking from the depths of my heart.
Hi. Yeah, hi.
Hey man, how you doing?
The conditions are hilarious. Yeah, what's going on? You got evidence that God exists?
Are you talking about scientific evidence?
No, just evidence.
Okay, well, so we're not talking scientific evidence, right? Just
No,
to be
just
sure.
evidence.
Yeah, so we're talking philosophy here. You understand the difference between philosophy and science?
This has philosophical conversation at the top.
But do you understand the difference between philosophy and science? I'm asking you.
Yes, I've studied philosophy.
Okay. So in the philosophy, I can reason with you that God exists, all right? Because
Just asking you what's your
hold on,
evidence God
I'm not
exists.
finished. This is what I'm teaching you philosophy. I don't think you
I already no, you're not here to teach me anything. I already know
What
philosophy.
was the last book you read about philosophy or atheism or anything? Give me the name.
What's the evidence God exists?
So apparently you're not well read. But anyway, philosophically, I can reason.
You clearly don't have good justification for that claim.
Because I can tell that you haven't been reading much.
What
Anyway,
makes you say that?
what was the last book you read on philosophy?
No, don't be evasive. What makes you say that?
I can tell that you don't know the difference between philosophy and science.
On the basis of what?
The way you're answering.
And what? Okay, what answer did I give?
Just
That
move on.
indicates that
You're not well read. I can tell.
No.
You're not
I
well
don't
read.
want to move on.
Let's just move on.
Yeah. So like in virtue of
We're
what?
done
Why
with this
not?
topic. Let's just go.
No.
I think we're done.
We're not done. We're not done.
You haven't read anything.
Yeah, so-
How can I take you seriously?
No. Stop.
All right, go ahead.
In virtue of what am I not well read?
I asked you a book, which book you read lately on philosophy.
No, but that's evasive. That's just being evasive. That's like saying you don't have an argument. And I'm like, what? How are you justified in claiming you don't have an
I
argument?
haven't even
Yes,
made an
what's your
argument. I just asked you, do you know the
You're
difference
like so
between
slow.
philosophy?
You're not tracking what I'm saying. I'm saying, imagine I said you don't have an argument, and then you reasonably asked me, how am I in a position to make that claim? You asked for the justification. I don't have an argument. And then, instead of offering the justification to believe you don't have an argument, I just ask you if you have an argument. That's not justifying you don't have an argument. That means that actually is an evidence that you don't have a justification. And instead of directly rendering justification that I don't have an argument, instead, what you're trying to do is pivot and get an argument, right? That's exactly what you're doing.
my argument.
Now, analogously, you're saying I'm not philosophically read. And then when I asked you to provide justification for that claim, instead of offering the justification, you asked me what was the latest literature I've read in philosophy. Right, as if you don't have a justification. Either you're justified in your claim or you're not. Do you have a justification? I'm not well read.
Yes. So
What is it?
philosophically, it's reasonable to believe that there is a creator because nothing is there.
No. I'm asking you. What's the justification? I'm not philosophically read.
You haven't read any book. You haven't given me any name. How do I know?
That doesn't follow. No, you already made the claim that I am not read. So you must have a justification.
Because you told me that you're not giving me an answer.
I didn't tell you anything.
I asked you which book you read, and you said, "I'm not gonna." You didn't answer.
That's not a good justification that I'm not philosophically read.
Yeah, that is.
How's that a justification I'm not philosophically read?
Because you did not answer in positive. You said nothing. You would say,
I did not say
I've read this book, and then we can
No,
talk about
you made a dialectical blunder, which I've already explained, because your task was to render evidence. I asked you what's the evidence. Instead of offering the evidence, you asked me what I read. Then I told you that question is not germane to the dialectic, so I asked you if you could just render the evidence. Then you followed that up by claiming. I have not read. Then I asked you if you think you're justified in that. You said, yes, I'm now not in the middle of my sentence. I'm now asking what's the justification.
Justification for
me not being read in philosophical literature.
I can tell. It's my subjective reasoning.
You can tell by what?
It's my subjective view of what I'm seeing. So I am more.
So you don't have a justification, is that right?
Yeah, from your answers, I can make a subjective reasoning that you're not been well read.
What's the inference? But what's the inference from the things I've said?
You haven't said anything. If you had learned anything, you would have said.
If I said nothing, that's a good justification. I'm not philosophically read.
Yep.
Seems you're not philosophically read because you don't know what an inference is, right?
All right. So
do you know what inferential justification is?
Why don't you explain it to me? Since you read so much.
Yeah, so you actually don't know, right? That's actually an evidence. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it seems like the tables have turned. You're actually not philosophically.
You have turned table on me?
Mm-hmm. You don't know what inferential justification is.
Oh my God. Aren't you a joke?
Do you know what non-inferential epistemic justification is? Whether or not you find that view dubious, do you know what that is?
No, I haven't.
What is the most popular non-inferentialist view of justification?
Educate me, teacher.
No. That's a question for you to answer, not to educate you. To show that you're actually inept Okay, so
I
you're biting
told
the bullet.
you.
Wait. You're biting the bullet. You don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I will be honest and I'll say I don't know. Unless a liar like you.
Okay.
Unless
Let me ask you.
I'm not a liar like you. Hold on. I am not a
I'm
liar
not a
like
liar.
you who would
What
basically.
did I lie about? What have I lied about?
What was the last book you read?
What have I lied about? That's not an answer.
Give
You're being
me-
evasive again. What have I lied about?
You haven't.
You're gonna dodge that, aren't you?
You literally.
Yeah, you're gonna dodge that. You don't got an answer. There's nothing that you know that I've lied about. There's nothing I've lied about.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't.
You have basically lied about that.
What have I lied about?
That you're philosophically well read. I don't think so.
How did I lie about that? But how you justify in thinking that I'm lying?
Because you have nothing.
Because you're not merely saying that I.
Because you
to
have
lie
nothing to
means
show.
that
You
I have
are an
awareness.
imposter.
Wait, but
making
to
you
lie
people-
means
You're an imposter.
I'm aware that I have the attitude that I am not well read, and I'm purporting I'm well read. That's what is. Those are the
Yes.
conditions that satisfy lying, not
Yes.
merely that I'm mistaken about me being well read. So if it were true that I was not well read, that's not sufficient in showing that. Neither is your seeming, right? Your intuition is not an inference, so that's not a justification, right? Under an inferentialist sense. So I'm asking you, what's the justification you could provide? I'm not well read.
From your answers, I can tell.
Yeah, that's what I've been asking you. What's the inference from my answers to me not being well read?
Your silence is enough.
My silence, I wasn't silent. I even walked you, I recapitulated the dialectic for you. I did not remain silent when you asked me what books have I read. I told you that was not germane because I asked you what was the evidence you claim to have. Instead of answering that, then you asked the question, what was the last material I read? Which that question was not obviously answering my question, right? So it was not relevant. So what I had was I reproduced the question so you can answer and informed you I'm not answering a question until we dissolve the current question on the table. Then you took that as if I'm not well read because you were being evasive.
All right, are you gonna go?
I'm fine to answer questions, but not have you weasel away, right? I don't ask a question and then you just ignore answering the question.
You're doing the same.
No, because from the very beginning, I asked you what was the evidence, and you responded with what was the latest philosophy you read. That's not an answer.
No, that's not
being
what I
evasive.
said. That's not what I said.
Yep, that is
I
what
think you have a very short. I asked you. I said
Nope.
my reasoning is philosophical, and I said, do you understand? The
Yeah,
difference
and you
between philosophical
didn't.
reasoning?
Yep, and you didn't tell me what the evidence was. You didn't answer that question.
Do you know that philosophically, the reason is philosophical evidence? Reason. I can't show
I'm
you.
competent in philosophy.
Me, are you asking me that philosophically I have to show you God? You know the God is unseen.
What does that even mean?
God is unseen. So what evidence are you looking for? It's a philosophical reasoning.
I'm
You have
asking
a
for
different
any
philosophy.
evidence.
Huh?
Any evidence?
Anything that is created by someone. You don't get your dinner unless you prepare it. If you see a dinner on table,
And by created,
somebody has
and
prepared
by,
it. That's called
okay,
reasoning.
Okay, stop there. And by
Right.
created, do you mean intentionally caused or just caused?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does turn on the inference. The inference is going to be question begging if it's intentional causation, and then if it's not intentional causation, then there's just an
Give me an
epistemic path to
example
theism. So
Give me
stop
an
there,
example.
stop. It by creation or by created, do you mean intentionally caused or merely caused?
Intentionally caused.
Okay. So you're saying what, the world is created?
Everything that we see and hear and feel is created by something or someone. Give me one example of something that
Yeah.
we use.
What's
Hold on,
the
I'm not
argument?
finished
Wait,
yet.
what's the argument?
I'm not finished yet. I'm
Stop there.
sure.
What's the argument for that?
I'm sure because this is the argument.
What's the argument for
The
that?
phone that you're using, it didn't just pop out of nowhere. It's created by
Okay,
something.
but that's not an answer to the question. What's the argument? Everything I
That
observed
is the
created?
argument, Sherlock. That everything that's created is created
I'm
by
asking you. I'm asking you. What's the argument for that proposition?
That's called reasoning, bro. This is what I'm telling you.
Great.
We don't
What's
have
the
we don't get
reasoning
things
supporting
without
that
a creator.
proposition?
If you were to say to me that this dinner just showed up out of nowhere and the chicken just somehow got cooked and molded itself into somehow in your dinner plate, it's a nonsensical argument. It would never happen. Nothing gets created unless there is a creator behind it. That's what
I mean,
we call
you
reasoning.
talk. I mean, you talk about being philosophically right, but you should be aware that most like philosophers are committed to like brute facts, including theists. So this is just
Fact?
not true.
Philosophy,
Brute facts.
bro, it's science. Facts are science. Philosophy doesn't.
Brute.
Do you understand
facts.
the difference between fact, scientific fact, and philosophy? That's why I asked you at the beginning.
Listen. Brute facts. And no, science isn't the study of facts.
Yeah,
What
it
are you
is.
talking about?
Sherlock.
Of course, it's
What the hell is
philosophical
wrong with
facts.
you? Science is not a study of fact. How do you get scientific facts?
A fact is just a true proposition, right? Certain propositions are of the purview of certain pedagogy, right? So there's certain philosophical propositions. Take the proposition physicalism.
Give me an example.
Right? Physicalism about the mind. That's a philosophical thesis. And that proposition would turn on types of philosophical and empirical motivations. That proposition, if true, is a fact, and that's a philosophical fact.
God, I'm sorry. I got distracted by
You
this.
have no clue. You're like so philosophically inept. You're like such a pseudo. You like come in whipping out your dick, and you like don't know any philosophy clearly. You don't know what brute facts are. You think facts are something that are like precluded from anything but science? That
Yes.
science is strictly the study of facts?
Yes, it is.
Like, what do you think philosophy?
2 plus 2 is 4.
Philosophy of religion.
2 plus
Philosophy
2
of religion.
is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. It would never
That's
be
not
5.
science.
That's not science.
That's not science either. No,
Probably
that's
you've
not
never
science.
studied science then.
That's math.
What? And math is not science.
No, it's not.
How do you get to scientific facts? Through math, mathematical equations. That's how you prove them.
That doesn't follow that. That's obviously an
When was
invalid
the last
inference.
time you actually did a scientific analysis?
That's just an invalid inference. If math
Really?
is utilized or employed in scientific investigation, then math is science. That doesn't follow.
How can you? So can you prove science by writing 3 lines of basically your.
It's like imagine I use a
Is
phone
that proof? Is that proof?
I use
Hold
a
on.
spoon.
When was the last time you saw scientific fact been proven without math? Give me one.
I don't look at scientific anything.
So you don't. Of course, you don't look at scientific.
I don't study science.
That's why you don't know what scientific facts are. You think that just people just.
Of course
come
I know
up
what
with
scientific facts are.
Oh, sun is going to come tomorrow at 6 a.m. That's just a fact. I mean, seriously, it's
You're
scientific.
like way over your head, buddy. You're like an airhead.
I'm an airhead.
Yeah, you are. I'm pretty sure everyone.
You
here is
don't
like that.
understand scientific facts. You're telling me math is not
I don't.
scientific fact. You're telling me 2 plus
It's
2
not.
is not scientific fact. What a moron
No.
you are. That shows how much you don't know. 2 plus 2
Oh, really?
is a scientific fact, you moron.
That is not a scientific fact.
All right, let's do a poll here. How many people we have? 75 people. Do a poll and say 2 plus 2 is a scientific fact or it's a freaking philosophy. Do the poll.
Oh, thanks for the money gun. Yeah, I could do that.
No
I mean,
problem.
anyone who knows any math just knows that math is a formal system, the study of arithmetic, and is not a science, obviously. But
Math is not science.
no, it's not.
All right.
We'll teach you something
That's a
today.
new
Watch the poll will like embarrass you.
Let's just do poll here. Let's see 2 plus 2 is a scientific fact or is it a philosophy? Math is a language. That's another one. I don't know which one. Do a poll, please. Let's see how many people who you follow.
Yeah, let me create one.
That's a new one. 2 plus 2 is not a fact. It's not a scientific fact. Math is a language. I don't know who's speaking math.
It is considered a language.
Math is considered a language?
Yeah,
Which country speaks math?
you're confusing how formal systems work.
2 plus 2.
You know, logic is a math too.
Let's
Or sorry,
do polls.
Logic
You
is
know,
a
we can
language.
solve this situation very quickly, and I can ask ChatGPT on my side to see if 2 plus 2 is fact or it is. Do you have a poll going now or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
So far, there's almost 15 people saying it's not a science and 2 people saying it is a science.
All right.
This is really bad. Thanks for the heart, Kiki.
So you know that usually the 1% people are always correct. 90% of people are fools. So I'll take the 2.
Here you go. I knew you were going to do that. You're going to do a catch-22 either way. If it went in your favor, oh look, you're an idiot. If it didn't go in your favor, most people are, you know, intelligence is fringe. You're going to do that bullshit anyways. That's like, the point still is you just got embarrassed, right? Most people.
I got embarrassed.
That's all I attempted.
All right, let's just see.
It's like it's so predictable. You're going to do the catch-22.
Let's just do that. Is it a probability that those 2 people who said it's fact, can they be correct? Probability. What's the probability of those 2 people being correct? Is it probable that they're correct? Now, philosophical question. Math is not science. Says the one who has. You know, science is something which you call you.
Okay, I searched it up on ChatGPT as mathematics of science. No, it is standardly not an empirical sense. In the empirical sense, science, like physics and biology, is an empirical study involving observation, experimentation, falsification. Mathematics is an a priori
And verification.
logical reasoning and deduction that is not experimental. Some people refer to it as a formal science, like logic or statistic, but that's different from a natural science. What is it? It is an arithmetic. It is the mathematical studies of basic study of. Mathematics is the studies of basic properties of numbers like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. More formally, it's the study of natural numbers and their operations. In formal terms, arithmetic can be axiomatic, such as piano arithmetic or Peirce-Bergery arithmetic, making it a formal system. Arithmetic is the study of formal systems, not the study of sciences. Terms, types, math, formal system, abstract reasoning, science, empirical study involves experiment, induction, and falsification. Straightforwardly says, arithmetic is the study of formal systems. It is not a science. You're not looking good. But yeah, I mean, you don't know philosophy. You don't know basic facts like what formal system theory is or what formal systems are like logics and maths. And you don't know what sciences are either. So
we were just talking about logic.
Let's just get back to what's the evidence that God exists, since you're getting blown out on every point. Let's get back to the
It's called
substance.
philosophical reasoning. Nothing shows up without creation.
Yeah, great. So what's the argument or evidence God exists?
I just gave it to you since you didn't get it again.
Yeah, you're saying everything that's created has a creator, but remember, by created, you just mean having an intentional cause. And the question then is, why think everything has an intentional cause? I mean, that's straightforwardly question begging, right?
That's a philosophical question, and
do you know what question beggingness is?
Nope.
So you don't even know. That's like a very rudimentary philosophical device.
Mm-hmm. So you expect me to know every philosophical
in fact,
argument?
this is something most people who just debate generally and don't know philosophy would know, because they're called logical fallacies, right? There's people who throw around fallacies just because they kind of do dialectic and they have no tenets of philosophy. But if you're claiming, like you are with your blue balls out here, to have tenets of philosophy and not know what question beggingness is, you look like you're so impoverished, right? That's like not knowing tenets of subtraction and going around saying, you know what mathematics is, you're good at mathematics.
All you do is divert. You go from one, instead of answering my question.
I'm just playing your own game and I'm blowing you out. But the point just is that no one who already doesn't accept theism would have reason to accept this proposition. Now the question just is, what's the argument?
Why you put me in
that
the
we observe?
Why you put me in the theism
believe
category?
Everything?
You think I'm Christian?
I just take now. What's the argument? Everything I observe has an intentional cause.
Did I say that? I mean, everything you observe, because you can observe fictional stuff, man. I mean, you can have basically a bipolar problem, and you can observe people in your brain. That's a creation of your figment of your imagination.
But that's what you said earlier.
No,
you said verbatim everything you observe around you.
I said thing, brother. I said thing.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Everything.
I said
everything you observe around you.
Yeah, so show me a thing, not a figment of your imagination. That says not a creator. Show me one thing.
That's a thing. It's trivially a thing.
Okay.
What's the argument that everything I observe has an intentional cause?
Everything has a creator. Unless you give me a
That's just repeating the claim.
No,
I'm asking
so
you what's the argument.
Give me one thing. Okay, show me one thing that you use that doesn't have a creator. Show me one thing.
No. That's just burden shifting. That's burden shifting. Your task. No. Your task is to defend the claim you're making.
I literally told you. Don't tell me to falsify your claim. Tell me one thing that you see around you has no creator.
Don't tell me to falsify your claim. Give me the argument that everything I observe has an intentional cause.
Because
everything make an inductive inference if you like. There's many ways you can justify your claim.
It is a proven fact that everything that we have, everything we have has a creator.
What's the proof?
My iPhone has a creator.
Argument?
My car has a creator. My house has a creator. Literally everything that I use has a creator.
Yeah, but you're just cherry picking like paradigmatic things that are created.
What did I cherry pick?
You're cherry picking paradigmatic examples of things that are created. Now the question is not what would I obviously agree, refrigerators, TVs, computers. Yeah, no shit, those are created. Your claim is everything I observe around me, celestial bodies, molecules. You're claiming all of those things.
You're claiming all of those things. Then the philosophical argument is that everything that is created, that we see and we feel, is created. So everything that we have in this world is also
that's repeating the claim.
Simple.
No, what's the argument? Everything's created is what I'm asking you right now. What's that argument? Render it.
Because nothing shows up without a creation. You have to create your dinner, brother. It doesn't show up. You have to make it.
That's a repetition of the claim. There's nothing we observe that doesn't. Right. That's all you're saying.
You don't get this
what's that argument?
If you don't get this logical argument, there's nothing logical about you then. Simple.
There's no logical argument. I mean, you don't know anything about logic.
This is not logic. This is not logic. That if you see everything that we have,
no, it's not logical to make claims and then just repeat them.
What is illogical about
it? Motivating your claim.
Tell me what's illogical about what I said.
What's illogical is being on repeat, reaffirming the claim without offering an argument.
I gave you a philosophical argument, man. Like, what else do you want me to give it to you?
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me?
The proposition I'm asking you for an argument for currently is the claim that everything I observe has a creator.
That is the argument. That is called reasoning.
No,
that's called philosophical reasoning.
I'm asking you what are the premises inferring that conclusion?
Our experiences. That's what we experience. That's what
everything I experience. Not when I experience the world, I don't infer. First, your experiences, you don't infer the properties of causation. You make inferences about. You don't experience causation.
Who's talking about causation here? Like, I don't know why you're going to causation.
Jesus Christ. By creator, you mean having an intentional cause. You don't observe causation. You can make inferences about causes and effects from the contents of your experience.
I did not.
You don't observe. You
neither I say effect.
When you observe an object, you don't observe it having the property of caused by X, Y, Z. You make inferences from your observations to what caused it. Now, your claim is that everything I observe around me.
Neither I said effect. I said everything that we have has a creator. I never said
you're
cause.
Not tracking.
I never said effect.
Read the rule. Track. Now, earlier, I asked you if by creator you mean intentional cause. You said yes. You signed off on it.
Yeah, just to get you off my back.
Yeah, now you're in a position to defend a claim everything I observe around me has an intentional cause.
So can I create a mess unintentionally?
Don't ask me a question or
I'm
render
asking
the
you.
argument.
I'm asking you. Can
I
I
know
create
you
a
are,
mess?
and that's being
Can I
evasive.
create a mess
No,
unintentionally?
that's being evasive. That's being evasive.
I asked you a simple question.
Your
Can
task
I go
in
and
the
fill my
conversation
freaking coffee
currently
unintentionally?
is for you to render an argument.
Bro,
So
I
a
just
series of
gave you an
premises
argument.
substantiating
Because
the
what you are
conclusion.
saying doesn't make any sense because they're unintentional.
It doesn't
things
make
happen
sense
too.
to say defend your claim. I don't know if I'm clear about that.
I gave
I
you.
wonder if like a single person here thinks you look good.
You think I care about people? Like, seriously?
I do. I think you're insecure.
There's only 2 people here that are actually smart. The rest of them showed pretty much 90%.
From your responses, I can tell you're insecure. From your responses, yep.
The guy who can't get the logic, simple logic, and he wants to know cause and effect or everything that
Well,
he sees.
it's funny you're talking about simple logic because you said you don't know what question beggingness is, so you don't know what valid reasoning even is, right?
I don't know what valid reasoning is now. Wow.
Well, yeah, you don't know what very basic devices in reasoning.
Explain
you don't know
me,
what a
what's
basic
the
fallacy
basic
is.
devices in reasoning is simply seeing, feeling, touching. That's what the basic device of reasoning is. Unless you have some Sherlock idea of what reasoning is. How do you reason?
That's not reasoning.
How do you reason?
That's
Without
not even
feeling,
that's not even a
without feeling.
device.
How do you
That's
reason
not even that's not even a device in reasoning because you can actually just make a priori like inferences, right? It's just completely in principle true that you can reason without any observations.
Are you like okay in your brain?
You this is another very low level philosophical device. You're familiar with a posteriori and a priori reasoning, right?
This guy is literally confused as hell. Like there is no way, bro. You have a girlfriend?
You just said that observations and experience are devices in reasoning. Do you know what a priori reasoning is?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Thank you, princess. I am handsome. Gracias. Yeah, so you don't even know. You don't even know. That is such a low. That is.
This guy has no logical.
You're getting washed so bad. Okay, one's in the chat. One's in the chat.
Bro,
one's in the chat. If this guy's getting washed. One's in the chat if he's getting washed. Guys, one's in the chat if he's getting washed. Two's if he's not getting washed. Go ahead.
The guy simply can't understand 2 simple reasons.
You can't even understand a priori and a posteriori reasoning. You can't understand question beggingness. You don't understand what an inference is. You don't even know what justification inferentially or non-inferentially is. Like, what do you know? You didn't know that math wasn't a science? Is there a single thing you said?
Really? You're going to go back to that? You're going to go back to math again?
Yeah, there was actually 21 people who said you're wrong and 3 people said you're right. And ChatGPT literally said it's an arithmetic, a study of formal system. It is not a science. Literally, ChatGPT said arithmetic is the study of formal systems, not a science. You're getting washed.
The fact that you had to ask ChatGPT is amazing.
No, you said you were going to ask ChatGPT.
You know why we
so
went
I
there?
searched it up
Because you
for
said
you.
2 plus 2 is not
I was
a fact.
already.
You said
it's funny
2 plus 2
because
is not fact.
I can get you. I can get. No, I didn't.
That's literally what you said. You said 2 plus 2 is not a scientific fact. That's literally. We can go back.
Yeah, it's not a scientific fact. Yes,
2 plus 2 is not a scientific fact. That's why
you're just doing a Mott and Bailey, right? You're just hedging. You just said like a couple of seconds ago. You said it wasn't a fact, and then you just corrected yourself a sentence later after that.
When did I say 2 plus 2 is not a
such a grossly inaccurate claim?
Who said 2
it's
plus
not
2
a
is not a
scientific fact, which both everyone here, practically everyone here, and ChatGPT has told you you're wrong.
No, 3 people. See, this is how you lie.
And now you're saying that I have.
You're such a liar. You don't even know.
I said practically.
You're intellectually a liar. Instead of saying 3 people.
I'm intellectually a liar.
Yeah, you are.
I said 3
because
people.
Probability
practically
is,
everyone.
There is chance that I am correct and you're wrong. Simple as that.
Yeah, but you were gonna appeal to AI, so I did it for you, and you're wrong. And it's funny that you're acting as if I was appealing to AI because I didn't have the answer. But if you actually recall, and I can even pull the recording before I pulled it up, I literally said it's an arithmetic, which is the study of formal systems, not the study of sciences. And that's exactly what I said too, almost verbatim. I said that before going on ChatGPT, and I read through the whole ChatGPT here too.
You're intellectually a liar because 3 people.
I'm intellectually molesting you. That's what's happening.
Are you gay?
No.
Do you enjoy? No, I was just wondering.
No, but I do enjoy that. Yes, I do.
Well, that's your personal preference.
It is. Is it your personal preference to be intellectually doggy style or what?
See how he's now.
Like the thing is, I wouldn't. The only reason I'm doing this is because you came swinging your balls out that were tiny. They were like marbles.
My balls
were like skyscrapers contrastively. That's what happened.
My ball.
Yes, your balls. Marbles.
Really?
Yes, marbles. Your balls. Yes, correct.
Are you gay?
It's a homophone.
Are you gay?
It's a homophone. Your balls, marbles, homophone, right?
Are you gay?
It's like destiny.
You're so into molestation and.
Is your mom's name Destiny or something? Because that might even further the destiny there. No, I'm good.
Just wondering, are you okay? You're so much into it.
Son, I'm straight. Word. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm cool. You're getting violated intellectually. You never did your homework. You acted as if you've read any literature and philosophy or anything. You didn't even know a very basic fact, which is that math is not a science. You're just getting washed. You're like my laundry.
The guy doesn't know 2 plus 2 is fact, and he's telling me, like literally, that's what you say. 2 plus 2 is not fact.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna be a hero for you. I'm gonna be a hero for you. There you go. I'm gonna be the good guy here. I'm being a criminal out here, guys. That was a little bit too diabolical. That guy has a life, remember. We don't want him to start going to, water parks and sewer slide. Taking the sewer slide.
Hello.
Hey, do you have evidence God exists?
Can we first establish some basics so that we can have a productive conversation?
Okay.
So can you please tell me what do you mean by God?
An agent.
Sorry?
An agent has a mind. Could cause stuff.
An agent has a mind that caused us?
Can cause stuff.
I didn't understand the last part. An agent has a mind that
Could cause stuff.
could cause us.
Stuff.
Could cause stuff. Okay. Are you aware of that agent? Have you met that agent or have you known that agent?
I'm asking you if you have evidence there's a God. I'm asking if you have evidence there's a God.
Yeah, but you just told me that God, with God you mean an agent that could cause stuff,
Yeah.
right? That's what you told me. Okay, so are you aware? Have you met that agent?
No, I'm asking you if you have evidence that there's a God.
Are you following me?
I'm asking if you have evidence
following
there's a God.
Yeah, but we just established what God means in this conversation.
Yeah, so I'm asking if you have evidence for that type of thing.
You have to tell me whether you have an evidence because you are establishing the meaning of God.
I'm so confused. What's the confusion?
The confusion is that you are stating what God means here,
Okay.
and then I'm asking you, because you told me that God means for you, you are mean with God, you mean an
I'm
agent.
asking you if you have evidence an agent has there's some agent with strong causal powers. It's just yes or no.
Okay, so do you think that is there any other possibility that something rather more than something can come from something else?
What?
So do you think that apart from something coming from something else, do you think that something can be causeless? Do you think that something can be causeless?
Hold on, but you're not answering the question. Look, do you have an evidence that there's some agent with very strong causal powers, right? Can cause a universe, can configure the universe's cosmos or configure the cosmos, can create DNA, stuff like that. Do you have evidence that there's a being with
Because
causal powers?
I would say that's the only logical possibility because something cannot come from nothing, right?
So I'm asking if you have evidence for that type of thing.
Yeah, that's my evidence that logically you can conclude that something cannot come from nothing.
Okay, something can't come from nothing. What's the evidence that God exists?
So there must be some source or agent that is sustaining all the creation, right?
And what is creation supposed to mean?
Like the place that you live in, like you yourself.
Yeah, I don't see why I would think that.
So if something cannot come from nothing, then we have to conclude that there is some eternal something. There is something which is eternal and is sustaining everything, right?
No.
Why not?
I don't think there has to be anything sustained.
So then, where is this existence coming from?
What do you mean?
Yeah, if there is nothing.
I'm just saying that you haven't done anything to establish that the universe has to be sustained.
But the universe cannot be causeless. So then there must be something which is eternal.
Why couldn't it be causeless?
Do you think that something can be causeless?
Well, you think that because God's uncaused, but the question is just what's the justification for your claim? Ask me what I believe. Look, you said it couldn't be causeless. Why do you say that?
Because everything has a cause.
God doesn't have a cause.
Exactly. Except God, nothing has a cause.
Then you're just special pleading.
What?
You're just special pleading. You're just saying there's an exception to the rule that with some underdefined reason.
No, I mean I was mistaken when I said
fallacious. Okay, look, if God can be causeless, then so can the universe. Okay, why do you think the universe isn't causeless?
Because if God is causeless, then you already have something which is causeless, which has created the universe.
Yeah, why not think the thing that's causeless is the universe?
Exactly, that can be the possibility also.
That was a question.
Yeah, that which is causeless can also be the universe itself, the existence itself.
I'm asking you, why is it the case that it couldn't be the universe? If you're just walking that back, then the question is, why think the universe is not causeless?
I can agree that the universe can be causeless.
Okay, you're not understanding. You're affirming that the universe is not causeless. I'm asking what's the justification?
No, what I'm saying is that there must be something which is causeless.
Okay, and why think it's not the universe?
You can name it whatever you want, God, universe. I don't care.
I'm asking you why not think it's the universe that's causeless.
What's the difference of naming it universe or naming it God? What's the difference?
It's not a nominal difference. They are just different entities.
That you're understanding because you want to understand them differently. But there
No,
could be
by
something
universe, we're using the definition construed in physics, something like space-time, matter, whatever. God is an agent with causal powers to bring about universes. It's not the universe. It's a person. The universe isn't a person, right? The universe is a physical system. Like what?
But the thing is, you are imagining God as a person.
No, I'm taking God to be an agent, which is definitionally true what we mean by God here. Yeah, so I'm asking you why think the thing that's uncaused is God rather than the universe.
So both things, the universe and the agent that is causing on generating the universe, could be all together, you know? The universe and God itself, like the same, they are the same thing.
I'm asking you why I think the universe has a cause.
I never stated the universe has a cause.
Then why would I think a God exists?
Depending what you mean by God.
We've already walked
both
through
things
this.
can be-
An agent that has causal power, strong causal power. I gave paradigmatic
As I said,
examples.
both things, the universe and the agent that has this power could be all together, you know?
I don't know what that means.
Can you just feel follow me? Like the agent that
I'm not
is
following. That's my point. I'm not understanding what you're saying.
okay. So we agree that there must be something which is causeless. Do we agree on this?
No. But I just asked if that were true, why would I think that it's not the universe? You said you didn't have an answer. So the question just is, why would I think a God exists? Because your previous talking point just failed. So what is the reason I think a God exists?
The reason why God exists is because my argument is there must be something which is causeless. Do you agree on this or not?
No, but you've already agreed that that's insufficient in establishing God. You agreed the universe could be causeless. Okay, then that's not a good. There's no reason from that alone to get you to theism, because there exists something that has the property of being uncaused. The universe can have the property of being uncaused. It's compatible with atheism. So I'm asking you, what's the evidence that God exists?
Yeah, this is the problem just with naming. You know, it's just naming problem, nothing else. If the universe can be causeless, then there you have it. Is that agent that you are referring to, the causeless agent which is sustaining everything, is the universe itself. So what's the problem here?
By God, I mean an agent that has causal powers.
What if the universe is that agent itself? The universe itself is the agent which is creating itself.
That's just a whole lot of incoherent stuff.
I don't think so.
Well, an agent can't be the universe because agency requires perspective, and the universe wouldn't have perspective. That's incoherent. As well as things can't cause themselves. Causation's irreflexive, meaning something can't be the cause for its own self. It's like a standard causal principle, or principle of causal relations. So not only is it impossible something causes itself, but the universe straightforwardly couldn't have, it's just like logically impossible the universe has agency. But we're not talking about whether the universe has agency. That's some type of construal of pantheism, which I don't take to be what I mean by God. Again, what I mean by God is an agent with causal powers to either configure facts in the cosmos, right? To kind of causally influence the configuration of the cosmos, can bring in universes to being, can create DNA, stuff like that. So being separate from the universe.
Let me take it back. It's not that the universe is created itself. It's if there is something causeless, and this causeless thing is the universe itself, then the universe is playing with itself, and
that's disgusting. The universe is playing with itself. I don't even.
Yeah, like there's some creativity going on, or not? Don't you agree that there's some creativity in the universe?
It's playing with itself in creative ways, so that's even worse. Look, I'm trying to understand, right? What's the evidence an agent with the power to cause stuff, like the examples I offered, a being like that exists, not a being that plays with itself in creative ways?
So the evidence is that. So let me understand. We agree that there must be something causeless, or not?
Yeah, that's a freaky God, by the way.
Don't you agree that there must be something causeless?
Yeah, there might.
There must, I said. Do you think there must be something causeless?
Did what? Do something causeless?
Do you agree that there must be something which is causeless?
Math?
Must. M-U-S-T, must.
Oh, no, I don't agree something must be causeless.
No, not that. I said, do you agree that there must be something here which is causeless? Otherwise, how can something
I
come
don't
from
agree
nothing?
to that.
Then explain me how something can come from nothing.
No, I'm not talking about something coming from nothing.
if you don't agree that there must
If
be
everything
something
has a
causes,
cause, everything comes from something. Yeah, there wouldn't be something coming from nothing if everything has a cause. Straightforwardly, if for every object there's an antecedent cause, then there is no given thing that would come from nothing. So everything would come from something. So look, I'm
but
just.
then that's an infinite regression, right? That will lead us to an infinite regression.
That's right.
Okay, so then there is something which is infinite in that case.
Yeah, there could be an infinite series of causes.
So that's the same as saying it's causeless. No?
No.
If
I'm
it is
saying for every
infinite,
object that exists, it has a cause.
if it is infinite, there is no cause for infinity.
Right?
If we have a regression of causes, then that leads us to infinity, and the infinity there is no cause for infinity.
What do you mean cause for the infinity? Causal relations stand between existing objects, right? And we're saying that every object or event has a causal explanation. So the infinite is the number, is like the cardinality of causes.
All right, but that series of causes that has been going on for through the infinity, that leads us to think that there is something which is causeless, right?
No, the view is literally everything has a cause.
Yeah. Why then these causes? Why are these series of causes then taking place?
My bad, wrong button. Yeah, you're asking me, like, seems like the question you're asking me assumes the PSR, right? And I don't accept the PSR, but the principle of sufficient explanation. Like, there's a causal explanation for why there's an infinite series. If you're familiar with, like, well, yeah, there's not going to be an explanation beyond every event having a cause.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
You think there is no explanation?
Yeah.
You said there is no explanation for every event having a cause.
No, I'm saying every event does have a causal explanation. There's not an explanation for why there is a causal series.
But there must be an explanation, though. If this infinite series of causes are taking place, the explanation must be that there's something.
I don't see why there must be an explanation.
Why otherwise will be this taking place? This series of causes. Why would it be taking place then?
Yeah, there's just not an explanation for that.
So you don't have an explanation for that, but you are asking for evidence of God's existence. It's the same thing, right? You don't have an explanation.
No, I'm not saying I don't have an explanation. I'm saying the fact is unexplained, so it's right. It has the property of being unexplained.
But then that would be the same as some believers saying that God is unexplained, right? They could tell you the same thing.
Well, yeah, God is supposed to be uncaused. But I'm talking about the fact there's a causal series doesn't have a causal explanation. And I'm talking about every event having a causal explanation. So now we're going beyond causal explanations, beyond the purview of what we can causally explain. And I'm saying I'm not subscribing to a strong PSR, right? So that everything has a sufficient explanation. I'm saying there is a fact that every event has a cause, such that there's a causal principle. So there's an infinite series of causally wedded events, right? Stretching infinite. Why there is a series of causes, that is unexplained. Right? That's not saying like God's uncaused. That's like saying what explains why God's uncaused, right? There's not going to be an explanation for that. It's just the case God's uncaused.
Okay, so then you say that this.
If someone said, "What's the causal explanation for God?" It's legitimate to say, "Yeah, God doesn't have a cause by definition." Yeah, I don't have qualms with that, but it's a very weird move to ask, "Why is it God doesn't have a cause?" What's the explanation for that? There isn't a further explanation for that.
Okay, but you don't have an evidence to affirm that there is a series of infinite causes that they don't have an explanation, right? You don't have an evidence of that.
I'm not affirming the view. I'm telling you this could be the case.
Okay, this could be the case, and the other thing also could be the case, that there is something which explains this, right? Both things could be the case, right?
But the question is just, what's the evidence of God?
I don't have an evidence for you, but if someone has actually realized that this eternal thing that I'm talking about is real, then I mean, not having an evidence, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right?
Okay, if you don't have an evidence, I'll just move on. There's another guest waiting.
Okay.
All right, have a nice one. Yeah. Oh, we have this guy here, so I don't know if you know who this guy is, but this is probably not going to last long. Hey, do you have an argument God exists?
Yeah, for sure, man. I got a few. We'll start with this one though. So God necessarily has to exist, as it is the most logical explanation for our universe's existence. So, there's three possible. There are three quote unquote possible explanations for our universe existing. One of them is, I'll just name all three. First is
For the existence of the universe?
Yes, the existence of the universe. Yes.
Well, why would I think the existence of the universe has an explanation?
Well, you should, because
Yeah, why should I?
because all things that have existence, that are physical, there's always going to be some type of explanation. Everything actually that has existence has an explanation for it.
That
Everything.
just seems like question begging.
You can call it question begging if you want.
The universe is the
You
physical
don't.
world, and you're just saying
Well,
all
you don't.
physical things have an
Basically,
explanation,
you don't.
and that
You
would
don't
follow
have
the
to
universe.
care. You don't have to care if you don't want to. But this is the argument. You don't care.
No, well, I'm
That's
saying you're
that's
not
the
offering
problem.
me a reason to think that, right? That's just straightforwardly question begging.
Well, I don't think I was done, was I?
No, but I'm
No,
saying
but
even from what you said, you question begged.
yeah. Well, once again, if you read half a sentence, you didn't agree to the whole sentence, did you?
Well, no,
No, you
just
didn't.
no matter what you're going to
So
add,
just
it's
allow
going
me
to
to
be
finish
true
talking.
that you
Then.
did
Got it.
question beg.
Yeah. Well, it's not question
So
begging.
it wasn't you.
No,
Okay,
but
so let's just get clear. What is it I'm saying is question begging?
I didn't say what you said was question begging.
No, I'm asking you, what did I say that you said? That's
You
question
said
begging.
me saying that everything has an anything living has an explanation for its existence. You said that
That's
was
not what you
question
said.
begging. That is what I said.
No, you said everything physical.
And then I said, actually,
No, you
simply
didn't add,
anything living
like,
has an explanation for its existence. That's literally what I said.
you didn't say that, but
I
do you
did.
know
You
why I
just wasn't paying
said it?
attention because you're too busy talking, and that's on you. Ain't got nothing to do
Sure.
with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Your
we could
problem.
lie. That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's
You
your
can lie
problem,
to
but
yourself.
in
I
any case,
understand.
yeah, I mean, I won't do that, but
Well,
you
but
know,
what you're doing right now?
maybe
Well, you're lying to me.
it makes
It's
sense
just
you
not
would
gonna
give
work.
the suggestion given you do it yourself.
Yeah. So what's my
Yeah, so
argument?
let's just get clear then.
Yeah.
Do we
So
understand how
folded.
saying
You're pretty
everything
folded
that's
right now.
whoa, don't spur. Yeah, so do we understand how you saying everything that's physical has an
Yeah.
explanation?
Nothing
Is
you're
question
saying right now
begging?
is relevant.
Oh, okay, well that's not an answer. All right, attempt two. So do we understand how saying everything that's physical has an explanation is question begging?
Yeah. I've already retracted that statement, so that's fine.
Yeah, but do we understand how it's question begging?
I don't care what it is. It can be a dog. It makes no difference to me.
I didn't
I
ask
don't
you
care.
if you cared. That wasn't the question.
And I didn't exactly. I don't care to
The
answer your
question
question.
was, do you care? You would have passed with flying colors, but you failed with
Yeah.
flying
I'm
colors.
literally not answering the question. I thought that was clear.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. I want an answer.
No, you can fold. I'd rather just finish talking. I'd rather finish giving my argument. Do you want the
The
argument?
answer
Or
is
not?
no. You don't know how that question begs.
So you don't want the argument.
Yeah, well, we can get to the argument.
So
once
let's
we
just
kind
get
of
to the argument
diffuse
now.
this point.
This is meta. This is bullshit. This means nothing.
Well, no. I want to be
Yeah,
clear.
sure.
how
I was
you-
question begging. Yes, I was. Very good. You happy? Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, accept it like a good
I don't
boy.
actually believe it.
Continue.
I'm telling you that. So yes, I was question begging.
Oh,
So
oh, you
let's
don't
go ahead
believe
and make
it.
your argument.
I think you're just saying that because you realized you were too good a boy.
Yeah, 100%. Anyway,
Yeah,
so getting back to the argument,
so
right?
you're 100% confident you're a really good boy, right?
All right. So red herring aside, right? If we
Okay, good
understand
boy.
that
Continue.
anything, right, the universe has existence. This is true, right? Cool. Red herring aside, we have the universe
But good boy.
has
The
always
question is,
existed.
why would I think that? Good boy. The question is, why would I think the
Has either
universe has an
always existed.
explanation? No, wait, good boy, good
Um,
boy. You're not being a good boy right now, but try and be good.
The third
So listen, good
option
boy.
is the first option is that the
Good
universe has
boy.
always
You gotta
existed.
calm down. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. Look, the question just is, why would I think the universe
The
has an
second is that
explanation
it
for its
came into
existence?
existence without God, and the third is that God created it. Those are the three options.
Good boy is not good at answering questions. If anyone was
And
unclear
so
about that,
obviously the first one doesn't work.
that's right, Herb. He's being a bad boy now. He thinks he's a bad boy. He probably
So do
has
you
a biker
believe
jacket,
that the
right?
universe has always existed?
Or probably just bought one on Amazon. Well, I muted him. He quickly ordered it.
Yeah,
So look,
I
the
said,
question
do you
is,
believe that the
why
universe
would
has
I?
always existed?
Oh, but that's not an answer to my question. So we're not going
Yeah,
to
I'm
answer
obviously
that,
not
right?
answering
We're
your
going
question. Can you answer my question, please?
to. Oh, well, then I'm not going to answer that. Well, look.
Oh, okay,
just
cool. So
we're
you
clear,
refuse to
we
engage
answer.
in
We
the
answer.
actual topic of discussion.
Oh, that's just ironic, right?
So you
Because look,
refuse
we
to
answer
engage with
questions.
your prompt?
We answer questions in an orderly
Yeah, if you're
fashion.
going to ask me a relevant question, I'm free to not answer it.
Preliminarily.
Yeah, what's your social security number?
Oh wait, it's not irrelevant.
Yeah, it is.
What was the question?
It doesn't matter.
Well, the claim is that it's not relevant.
Yeah, it's not
right?
relevant.
We can,
If you
we can
ask the
settle.
question while I was
We
talking,
got to
it's
settle whether the
automatically
question's
irrelevant.
relevant.
Automatically irrelevant.
I don't say how that follows, but
You
let's
don't
just
have to see how it
diffuse.
follows either,
Let's
bro.
diffuse. Well, the point is that it doesn't follow, right? So
No,
let's just
that's your
diffuse the
claim. You
charge.
can't prove that though.
Let's just diffuse the charge. Let's just diffuse the charge. That's irrelevant. So that's first.
Because
get
I was
clear
talking. you
what
spoke
the
over me.
question.
There it is.
Let's just get clear what the question was. What was it?
Once again, if I'm speaking and you speak over me, whatever you say means nothing. Simple. Means
it's literally meaningless,
absolutely
or-
nothing. That is my absolute claim. It means absolutely
So,
nothing.
so is there a contradiction in me saying something?
I don't care if it's
meaningful
a
question in
contradiction.
the
I'm
middle
just
of
saying
you
it has
speaking,
no
or?
meaning.
Yeah, I'm saying, is there a contradiction in me saying a meaningful question while you're speaking, or?
You didn't. No question you asked me was meaningful.
I didn't ask you that, buddy.
You said, "Was there a contradiction?" And I've answered
If I
that
asked
before.
you,
I said it's
did
not about it being a
what I
contradiction
asked
or not. It's about it not
relevant,
having
then you would
meaning.
have
It
passed
doesn't
with flying
matter.
colors. I asked you if it's logically possible. I asked a meaningful question during you speaking.
No, you said, "Was it a contradiction?" You didn't say logically possible.
Jesus, boy,
Gotta
oh
pay
boy,
attention,
you're
man.
not doing good.
Thinking, bro.
You're not paying
Gotta pay
attention.
attention to your own words, man. Sorry to break it to you.
God to pay attention. That's a
Gotta
funny
pay attention.
quip right there.
Gotta pay attention. Now you can try again.
I gotta quit myself. You're god awful at tracking. God awful.
Ironic.
Get it?
Ironic.
It's ironic. No, that's not what irony is.
Yeah,
But
so
it
can you
is
ask the
comedic,
question
right?
that's on
Kind
topic?
of like you're like comedic because you're a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
100%.
question just is, why would I think the universe has an explanation for its existence?
I don't know why you would. Whether you would or wouldn't
Well,
has nothing to do with me. I'm asking
are you a
do you
rock? But
believe that the
you
universe
believe
has
it has
always
an
existed?
explanation.
Yes or no?
Well, I'm trying to see whether you're justified in your belief. Good
Sorry, I got a
ringtone.
phone
Good
call.
ringtone there.
Sorry, I got a phone call. Yeah.
Sounds like my
so-
little sister's fake phone.
Yeah,
But in any
it is a
case,
fake phone, actually. It's not a real phone.
notification.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
don't
not,
have
son.
to
No, son. You gotta turn that shit off, son.
Yeah,
But anyways,
So
look, be
once
it.
again, right?
Look, be it.
Because
Word, you gotta
the
change that.
universe
You gotta
has
change
not
that.
always
Like,
existed, logically speaking, and because it is not possible for the universe to have come into existence from nothingness.
Yeah, let's just get
the
clear.
only
You're saying the best
logical- the only
explanation for the
possible
universe's existence
explanation
is God, but that could only be true
by
if the
virtue of
universe has an
process of
explanation
elimination
for its
would
existence.
be God.
The question just is, why would I
Therefore,
think the
God
universe
necessarily
has an
exists.
explanation for its existence?
There you go. There's a fold right there. You understand that? Can you still make my position?
Yeah, the question just is, why would I think the universe has an explanation for its
All right,
existence?
wrong. I said, can you still make my position?
Yeah, and the question I'm asking you is just, why would I think the universe
Can
has
you
an
still
explanation
man
for
my
its existence?
position?
But I've asked this question
man
since
it.
the very beginning of the conversation. You avoided it.
No. What happened was you asked me relevant
You avoided
questions,
it,
and then
yeah.
I said, you know what? Sure, I question
No,
back.
I can
Whatever. Then
explain how
moved
it's
on.
relevant.
That's what happened.
It's clearly relevant.
So,
And since you're so
yeah.
impoverished, I'm willing to explain how it's relevant. I'm willing to do that.
Yeah,
It's okay if you're
obviously
slow.
you're not going to answer my question. So I'll
It's
hit
okay
you
if you're
for,
slow. I
like,
can do it.
back
I can explain it for you.
Go ahead.
I can explain it for you. I
your
can
relevant
explain it. Yeah. What do you want me to explain? Why it's relevant? Or
Explain
or what?
the relevance of your relevant question. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's kind of like poisoning the well there.
Yeah, well,
But look, the reason it's
go
relevant
ahead.
is because you're saying the best explanation for the existence of the universe is God. That can only be true if the existence of the universe has an explanation. And I'm not granting you that, and I'm asking what the argument for that.
Yeah,
So
because
it's relevant because it turns on your inference. Yeah.
sure. So, do you know what an
Oh, wait.
explanation is?
You said it was irrelevant, didn't you?
Yeah, it was because I was speaking.
It was irrelevant.
Yeah, it was.
So it doesn't turn on your argument whether or not you have a defense that the universe exists and has an
Yeah,
explanation.
no, your question means absolutely. Yeah, I don't have to answer your
But
question.
you're doing an inferential strategy where you're saying the best explanation for the fact is this. But imagine
Yeah.
imagine I said the best explanation for why you pooped yourself right now is the fact atheism, sure, right? But did you?
Yeah,
poop
you'd have
yourself?
to argue that,
I believe
and then you-
yes, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
but we have
that's
to
fine.
dispute whether it's a fact that the existence of the universe has an explanation for it to be explained.
Yeah.
Right,
So, what is an
why
explanation?
So I think the universe's existence
What
has an
is
explanation.
an explanation? Goodness gracious, Charlie.
But I'm asking why I think that fact has an explanation.
So you don't know what an explanation is?
That follows from what I said.
I'm asking you for the fifth time.
It's not implied
What
from what
is
I
an
said.
explanation?
Slow boy doesn't not implied. An implied
What
being.
is
So look,
an explanation? What does the word that you use mean?
yeah, you're like in the intellectual slums right now. You got to track, right? The
Ironic.
question just is
Define
ironic.
explanation.
It is not.
Then,
It's not ironic. I
Are you
think
going to
my
give me your
skull.
definition?
I agree. I'm a numbskull because my skull is numb from bashing my head, so I'm in the same mentality as you to
Yeah, well,
actually
bash it
compete with you
again.
in the
Maybe,
conversation.
maybe your lights are
Yeah, you're right. I'm still like intellectually gapping you, even with
No,
you
no, no,
bashing
like,
as
literally
much times
bash
as
it
I
right
have.
now.
I agree. I will. I have to,
No,
to
no,
be on the same
now.
competence. Look, to be an
Now.
intellectual candidate with you in this dialectic,
Now.
I would need a bash it.
All right,
And
so
that's
you're not
exactly- we
bashing
are
your head.
agreeing.
That's crazy.
I think this is
All
the
right,
only
way to
thing
call your bluff.
we agreed. Actually, we also
So
agreed
what
that
is
you
an
did
explanation?
contradict yourself, or that you were like question begging.
What
and we
is
also
an
did agree
explanation?
you were being a good boy. We agreed to those two
By
things. So I
virtue
do
of the
look back
definition of
that that's the
explanation,
only
all things
thing I
that exist
agreed
have an
with.
explanation.
Right.
So,
So
you
yeah, so
disagree
I
with
guess
that.
interesting
So, I
question
need you
just
to give me
is
your
why would
definition.
I think that the universe's existence has an explanation? Yep.
I just explained it to you.
Yes, sir. No, you didn't.
No, I did. You were just talking, which is a you problem.
No, you're
I'll repeat
lying.
it again. So, once again,
Go ahead. Thank
I
you.
even said it earlier. I
thank
said all
Jesus.
things that have
I needed you to
existence
explain
has an
that again,
explanation by virtue of the definition of explanation. You disagree. So, I'm asking you, what is the definition of explanation?
I don't have a definition of explanation.
So, you don't know what explanation is.
Doesn't follow.
Okay. So, I'm asking you,
Yeah,
what
certain,
is an
certain
explanation?
concepts, words,
So
devices can
wait,
be meaningful
pause. So
and
you know
completely
what an
transparent
explanation
to the
is,
appraiser.
yet you don't have a
with
definition.
the appraiser not
How is
having
it
a definition.
that you know what
There
the
can
word
be
means, but you can't even
concepts that are
define
not
it?
opaque whatsoever
That
to an
necessarily
appraiser,
follows.
but the appraiser does not have a definition. These are called primitive concepts, where they do not have a reducible semantics. Nonetheless, they're completely transparent in meaning to the appraiser. But I
Nope,
would
not true.
expect a
Nope, that's not
philosophical
true at all.
R-word like yourself, R-word.
Nope, not true at all.
Know that.
Nope,
This is
not
actually
true
a
at
very low-level device that most people who have very rudimentary
So, in a
tenets of
debate,
philosophy
if you
would
pose
already
a
be
question
aware
to a
of, but you're
person
not
and
aware
you
of
can't
these
even articulate what
because
it is
you're
that
so
you're trying to
low-level.
communicate
And
to a
that's
person,
why
that
that
renders your
explains
entire
why
question
talking about
null and void.
explanation. That explains why I have to bash my head more to be on the same competency as you. You're so
Are you explaining
cognitively
something to me?
disabled
Are
that
you
I would have to
explaining
bash my
something to
head
me?
to compete with you because, like
Are
shown,
you
you don't understand very
explaining
basic
something to
philosophical
me?
devices that are kind of essential to having a fruitful dialectic.
Oh yeah, this guy's so freaking slow. Yeah, so buddy,
I'm pretty fast. I'm
obviously,
outpacing you right now.
if you
Getting
just
out-
tried
getting
your
out.
hardest
I think
to
me
use
giving
all
you
the brain
a
cells
very
that you have right
succinct
now
analysis
to
as to
explain
why
to me
things like
why
primitive concepts
you
are both
believe what you believe,
meaningful,
you yourself
right,
concede
true,
to the idea of
and useful
understanding
in these
what
types
it
of
means to
conversations,
explain
especially
something,
in context
thus
where you think it
understand
follows that if
what
I don't have a
an
definition, I don't have a
explanation
context
is.
that's meaningful,
Therefore, you
then I
should have
think
been
that I'm
able to
actually
articulate to me what
intellectually outpacing
exactly
you
an
and not being
explanation
slow.
was.
even if maybe
You
it is
just tried
true
to
that
explain to me
no,
what
I
an
would
appraiser
concede that because
does
I
and
could be
does
slow.
not
I
do.
could be slow.
Therefore,
and still faster
you
than
know
you.
what an
Right? It doesn't
explanation
follow
is.
that
But
if I'm faster
obviously,
than
you
you,
want
then
me
I'm
to
not
spell
so
it out
slow.
for you even
Two people
further.
can be slow,
So
and one
let's
can
look at
have
what
some
Oxford Language has to
relativistic
say.
property of faster than the other, while both maintaining the property of slow. I agree completely.
Right, so
Yeah, that was a blunder. You're winning on that point, but you're like losing on everything else.
and
Let's
then
not
we
get
go to
overconfident.
explanation,
So yeah, just the
definition.
question just is, why would I think that the existence of the universe has an explanation?
So you don't know what? Do you know what an explanation is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So what is it?
I don't have a definition if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm asking you to explain to me what the
Can
word
you
means.
make a beat with the iPhone taps, because it's really enjoyable to hear.
Yeah, explain to me what an explanation
Yeah,
is.
go ahead, make the beat.
Explain to me what an explanation is.
Make the beat first.
So how can I answer your question
Mm,
if you don't even understand? Actually, I'll help you out.
mm.
So something
Yep.
that explains, right? That's
Well,
an
I said I
explanation, right?
fully
To
appreciate and
explain
apprehend
something
the
is to
concept of
make known,
explanation.
to
I
make
just said I didn't
plain,
have a semantics for
understandable,
explanation.
give reason for, or the cause of something.
But where's the
This
boom
is
bap
what
beat you said you were going to make me
it
with the
means
iPhone
to
taps?
explain,
The
right?
texting taps.
So obviously, if something exists, right, and we say, hey,
Yo,
this
where's
thing
the
has
beat?
existence.
Yo,
It's either
beat, where's the
there's
beat?
only three understandings of this. It's either it's always existed.
Nah, son, you're
It,
prevaricating. I need to know where
it's
the beat
either
is. You
always
said you're
existed.
making me a
It
boom
came
bap
from
beat.
nothing, or God, or something, or
All right,
someone
okay.
created it.
Okay, but you're right.
Feel me?
Back to the substance. Yeah. So yeah,
that's
if we're gonna
that's
get back to the
so that's
substance,
how
the
that
question
works.
just is, why would I think the universe's existence has an explanation?
Do you believe that the universe exists?
That's not an answer. Attempt two.
Do you believe I already answered that question 3 times. So I'm going to ask you, do you believe the universe exists?
That's not an answer. Attempt three.
I've answered the question 3 times. Do you acknowledge
That's not
that
an
the
answer.
universe
Attempt
has
four.
existence? Yes or no?
That's not an answer. Attempt five.
All right, cool. So you refuse to
That's not an answer.
respond,
Attempt
right?
six. That's not an answer. Attempt seven.
I
How
already
many
said
attempts do you need? Look, I didn't know you're that cognitively disabled. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll give you
so
at least
cool.
1,000.
So, bro, if
I'll
you
be
don't
charitable
believe
and I'll
that
give you
something that has existence has an
1,000
explanation,
attempts.
that's on you, bro. I can only
Now,
explain it to you. Like I can't
I'm willing to
understand
give you it,
That's your
but
problem.
I'm not confident you can answer in the 1,000
That's your
attempts.
problem.
Not
So you've
confident.
dodged the question multiple
See,
times.
I
I
guess
asked
it
you
is a
several
you.
times.
It is a
I
me
asked you
problem
what
that
an
I
explanation was. You
don't
couldn't
think within
answer.
1,000 attempts
I then
you can
said, hey,
sufficiently offer
do you
a
believe that the
response.
universe has
Right?
always
And
existed?
I don't
You haven't
mean
answered
the
that question.
response has to be like
Right?
good or adequate.
If the universe has
Just a response,
existence,
something
to
that is answering
explain
at
the
least, right? It could be
universe, what
trash.
you'd be doing.
I'm saying within 1,000 attempts I give you, I don't think you paused there, buddy. What happened? You accidentally clicked Coco Melon? You went back to YouTube?
Or
Don't tell me
be
you're using
was
ChatGPT
caused
to
to exist.
ChatGPT.
That's what an explanation
How
is. All things that
do
exist has explanation, because all an explanation is just simply
monkeyboy.
bring
He
awareness to what
is
something
wiping
is.
my ass intellectually in this conversation. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I asked ChatGPT for you, and it says it's inevitable that inevitable gets washed. Oh, yikes. 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 Oh, wow.
Is he talking to himself?
I'm
Is he
talking
using
to you, buddy.
ChatGPT to help him
Are you so
understand something
inept you can't like
Yo, bro,
track
this
the
guy
facts?
is so freaking slow. Yo, he thinks he's
You're
so
not in
smart
tune with the conversation?
when he
talking
has
to you.
absolutely no idea what
Son,
he's saying.
nah, son, I'm talking to you. Son,
Yeah, bro.
I've been
It's like-
talking
it's
to you
like,
for the past...
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? I'm going to be honest.
so
I'm
intellectually
timeline.
ahead.
So I don't know how long I've
And look
actually
at
been
me.
talking with
If
you.
I
I
can
want to
do
say something
this,
like
this guy's
20
freaking
minutes,
a
15...
nincompoop. He's an idiot.
I mean, not
Let's
15,
think
maybe
about this.
30
Logically
minutes.
speaking,
20, 30 minutes.
right?
But yeah, I've been
If
talking with you
someone says,
and only you.
I don't think
for
the
the past
universe
20,
has
30
an
minutes.
explanation.
So yeah.
What? You have to prove to me that I should think the universe has an explanation. Oh, okay. Well, do you know what an explanation is?
You do sound like your IQ
I
level.
have a definition
To
for what an
be
explanation
clear,
is.
like sonically,
I just know
the
that
type of
I-
phonology, the way you're communicating the words, it does correspond with your IQ level.
No, why do I have to?
Yeah, you know
why do I
that
have to
penguin
think
from
it has
Toy
an
Story Part
explanation?
1? I believe it is.
Bro, an
It kind of
explanation
sound like
is
him
just
right
like, you know,
Yeah.
you asserting the knowledge of something,
That's
making
right.
something
You sound like him.
understood,
Was he called
clean,
Wheezy?
reasonable.
And I
You
don't
know
mean
what
Lil
I'm
Wayne
saying?
Wheezy. The guy
It
whose
offers
ad lib is like
reasons as to
flickering the lighter.
the cause of
I
something
mean, Wheezy,
or how
the
something still
non-lyricist
is,
Wheezy,
right?
right? I
And
don't think you can spit bars.
that's all it is, literally.
Maybe you're behind
So,
intellectual bars.
Anything that has
Actually, yeah.
existence
Maybe you're
has an
like the Wheezy of
explanation. It is broken down
incompetence.
to two things that
Oh,
either always
that's
has
it.
existed or it
Instead of
came
Little
into
Wayne,
existence. One of the
Little
two
Waver
is the
incompetence.
necessary dichotomy.
Yo, B, I just gave
Necessary dichotomy.
you like an amazing nickname.
So,
Lil
round to
Wheezy
respond to what you
maybe
just said.
your
I
competence is
literally
wheezing. So
just did. I
metaphorically,
literally
if
said, yeah. So
your
the universe
intellect
exists.
was lungs,
And
they're
there's three
wheezing.
explanations for
Yeah.
the universe, right? It's either the universe has always existed, it came from nothing, or someone
That's right.
created it, right? And so, in
my
the
God.
two instances of creation, it's either no
You're showing
creator
words
or
together in a
creator,
sentence.
right?
I'm
And
so glad.
the idea of a no creator creating something is a logical contradiction because nothing cannot beget something because it implies that something came from nothing, but nothing doesn't have something to derive from because it's nothing. Therefore, it's a necessary contradiction, and thus is an illogical explanation for the existence of our current universe. And then all
That's a good
we're left with
monologue.
is either the universe has always existed, devoid of God, or God created the universe. And so, since we're left with these two options, the question is this. I ask them, I say, do you believe that the universe has always existed, yes or no?
You're talking to yourself, unironically.
Yes or no, monkey boy?
Well, I've been asking you what's the argument the universe has an explanation for its existence.
I already
You
explained it 3
never
times,
answered.
4 times actually.
Reproduce it, just so I'm clear.
Yeah, once again.
Flies out of my head, so sometimes.
Once again, right?
Don't
An
go back to
explanation is
ChatGPT
simply to
and ask
make
it how
known
to
something.
beat me. Stay
So because
focused. Focus.
yo, bro, do you want the answer or not?
Focus. Okay.
Do you
Go
want
ahead.
the answer or not, monkey boy?
I'm waiting for the answer. Yep.
All
I'm
right.
sitting
So once
patiently.
again,
Look how
you
patient
want
I
to
am.
know why you think the universe should have an explanation for its existence?
Mhm.
Yeah. So it does have an explanation, right?
He's
By
freestyling. You can
virtue
tell
of
by how
what
many
an
pauses he's
explanation
taking.
is. Whether or not you believe it should or should not is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you think it should. It doesn't matter if you think it should. If you think it
Thank you for
shouldn't,
that.
that's fine. But it still does. That's like you saying to me, hey, I shouldn't have been born.
This is
Well,
great
you were.
stuff.
So it
You're
doesn't
published
matter.
in philosophical literature, you said, right?
No one ever brought up philosophical literature.
No, yeah, I agree. You're not. They
So
probably
stop
never will.
yapping to me.
Yeah, we
Do
agree.
you
You're
believe
not
that you
published.
should have been
You'll never
born?
be. We also agree you would never be published. Right?
I'll answer your question with another question. Do you
You
believe
answer
you
that
should
with
have been
a
born?
yes, you said? Okay, great. Okay, we agree. Continue.
Do you believe the universe should have been? Do you believe that you should have
No,
been born?
we already agreed. Continue.
Do you believe the universe? Do you believe you should have been born?
We agreed. Continue.
Answer the question.
I did.
Do you believe you should have been born? Yes or no?
I answered that.
Yes or no?
I don't believe in bivalence.
I'm not familiar with that terminology. What is that?
Oh, you're that slow? Oh.
Yes, very much. Help me out, please. What is bivalence?
You know, there's some lives where there's 8-year-olds who are babbling in their little
Yeah, for
stroller
sure.
with
Yeah,
their mom.
define bivalence.
Now you can go in those lives. Don't talk.
Oh,
to
so
mom.
you're
They're way
so you're using
way
the
above
words
your pay grade.
that you don't understand.
The babbling baby.
So you're using words you don't understand.
Yeah, that's not implied.
You're
buddy.
an inept oaf. That's what you are. Can you answer the question, please?
Would you like?
Do you believe that you
under oath
should
track?
have been born?
Like in court, if they said track
Because you're
under
saying,
oath,
oh well,
you would just lie. technically, right?
Should
'Cause
I
you're aware
believe the
you couldn't
universe has an explanation? Doesn't matter if you think it should or not. Doesn't matter. It does.
track. Oh wow. I mean,
Like, come
that's
on.
just
What's up
repeating
with
the
this guy?
claim. Oh, it doesn't matter if you don't think you should believe in atheism. It's just true. It's just true.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not-
yeah.
it
Whether or
doesn't
not
matter
I
if you believe in it,
should
it's just true.
believe in something
But
that is
atheism-
established
no, no,
as
but we've
facts by
agreed-
virtue
we've
of
agreed-
something.
we
Yeah,
agreed
means
atheism is
absolutely
true,
nothing.
right?
Unfortunately
atheism
for
is
you,
true, though.
atheism hasn't been established
Wait,
by any
but
facts. So you're just yapping.
No,
Yeah,
atheism
yeah,
is true.
yeah.
Atheism is
Yeah.
true.
So answer the question now.
But atheism is true. I shouldn't show you.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
how
Answer
you
the
sound.
question.
Yeah, that's how you sound, dog. Yo, B,
Yeah,
you're
answer
not
the
looking good in this convo.
Answer the question.
I thought I
Do you
did.
believe that the universe has always existed? Yes or no?
Well, that doesn't matter to whether or not I should believe the universe has an explanation for its existence.
It doesn't matter whether or not you believe it or not. You don't have to believe it.
Oh,
You don't believe. You don't
well,
have to believe it has.
We're not talking about.
It just
sorry,
has one.
The question wasn't whether I have to believe it. It's whether I should believe it.
Whether or not you do is irrelevant. That's my point.
We're talking about whether I should on the basis of reasons, right? Epistemic norms, right? That's how you
Yeah,
do dialectical.
yeah. By virtue of what
Surely
an
you're aware of
explanation
this,
is,
right?
you should.
You argue on the basis
Because
of
it's logically
epistemic
sound
norms,
for it to have one.
and those epistemic norms
Because it is
offer
logically sound to
kind
have
of
one.
they kind of inform you what reasons
Because
kind of
it is
sufficient
logically
in
sound
moving
to
one
have
rationally
one.
to a position,
All right.
right? So the question just is, what's the
Because
argument
it's
that
logically
the universe's existence
it's
has an explanation?
necessitated, bruh.
It's logically necessary.
I think I said that like 7 times.
So let's get clear from these two sentences: the universe exists, and its existence doesn't have an explanation. You can derive a contradiction from those two statements. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the contradiction?
Because anything that has existence has an explanation. So to say that it doesn't have an
That's
explanation.
not a contradiction. Oof. Terrible.
You're saying it.
That
you're
wasn't
saying it exists.
wasn't a contradiction. Okay, attempt to. Come on, we gotta get our energies aligned. Okay, what's the contradiction that follows from those two sentences?
Sure. Has existence, and all things that has existence has explanation. Then you say, so basically by saying it has existence, you are acknowledging
Yeah,
it has an
diante,
explanation.
brother.
You're presupposing it has an explanation by saying it has existence. So when you say it doesn't have an
Mira,
explanation, you're going against your previous statement, which is the contradiction.
look. Okay, look, my phone go. Look. Mira aquí, look. So, yeah, so you didn't tell me what the contradiction was.
I
Simple
did.
and plain.
By acknowledging
No.
it has existence, you acknowledge it has an explanation. By
You
saying it doesn't
understand a
have an
contradiction
explanation,
is
you're
some
going against that
proposition
previous belief.
jointly
The P
true
is that it has an
with its
explanation.
negation.
The not P is that
Now,
doesn't have an
what are
explanation.
the two propositions?
have
Or the
an
two propositions.
explanation versus not have an explanation. I just told you that, literally. That's the
Versus?
P and not P. Are you slow?
It's not a battle, right? It's jointly two antithetical propositions.
Do you know
Just
the
tell me the
laws of
pro-
logic?
just
What are
tell
the
me-
laws- what are the 4 laws of
Just
logic?
tell me. Just don't get into that. You just school yourself.
What are the
So
laws
look,
of logic,
just
bro?
tell me the proposition, right? And I'll do the homework for you. I'll,
The
I'll
fourth is
conjoin
kinda
it.
like,
I'll conjoin it with its negation.
What
You
are
don't know
the,
what you're
what are the
talking
laws of logic?
Yeah, don't even do that because you don't even know what truth functional semantics is, right?
What
That's
are
fine.
the laws of logic?
You've got 5 people in the queue here.
Answer
yeah,
the
but
question, mug boy.
this 5 IQ person is also kind of fun. But
Answer
yeah,
the
Jack
question, mug
Jack made a
boy.
compelling point.
Mug boy.
There's
Mug boy.
5 people that each of those
Mug boy.
5 have 5 times
Mug
5
boy.
times.
Mug
No, just
boy.
5 times the IQ you have.
Mug boy.
Right.
Mug
About
boy.
25 IQ, I would agree is the average IQ around these parts. So, yeah, you can keep, cocking like a chicken. My boy.
My boy, yeah, my boy.
You haven't,
That's the question, my
actually,
boy.
how much, what is the IQ of a chicken?
Answer the
Real close
question.
again. Hold on. I gotta do this real quick. What's the IQ of a chicken?
Answer the question. Answer
Oh,
the question.
wow. I thought you were closer to
All right,
chickens.
so
Like the
my boy is dodging the question yet again.
on the low
Everybody
range
give him a
of
round applause.
IQ
Actually, don't clap for him.
is 30, and the higher end
Anyways,
is 85.
right? So, listen,
Most people on
let's
these
say
lines
you
I
don't
argue
believe
with
it to be a
don't even
contradiction.
have
You
the IQ
refuse
of
to
a
acknowledge
chicken.
that P is not P.
Right?
That's fine.
Well,
Let's
they
leave
do.
that
They
alone.
do have around 30 IQ.
It is
I
logically
agree with that.
impossible
But you,
for something
I
that
would say they're roughly 40
necessarily
IQ.
entails an
But you're
explanation
like,
to
what is it?
not have
What's
an
30 divided by 5,
explanation.
6?
Good. Ding, 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 ding,
At the
ding.
very low end of a chicken has
Ding,
6
ding, ding,
times
ding.
the IQ score as you.
Do you know what it means to
Wow.
logically intel something?
Wow. We end it with kind of unveiling that he's 6 times slower than the slow chicken. A slow chicken with 30 IQ, and he has 5 IQ. He's 6 times slower than a slow chicken. Yeah, Diante. It's wild, guys. Crazy. Anyways.